Hey guys, it's daskro, and it's time for another Redditor Symthic match update. I'm here with Crab and Minion Mac. We're going to talk about Kharg Island on 64-man Conquest, or Conquest Large. So Crab and Big Mac, how are you guys?
Oh, good, man.
Good, man.
So we had our first tryouts. Tryouts went well. We had a lot of people show up and play, a lot of good communication, a lot of fun. Played on Grand Bazaar and played a lot of inventory, played some vehicle stuff, and it was a good time.
Yeah, that was awesome. Went really well. I was very impressed by everyone that tried out.
Medic, I know that you had a sort of an emergency at work while this was going on, but what was your impression of the players?
No, I thought there were definitely some good players in there, and for some of the folks who were maybe a little bit less experienced at using communication in a competitive context, it was cool seeing like the improvement just after a couple rounds of play.
Oh yeah. Now we're on Kharg Island. We're right in the middle of the map. I'm going to open up my mega map and see that we are sort of on C and D points. Guys, why are we on C and D points?
Middle of the map, baby.
Yeah, it's in general, that's with very few exceptions, that's going to be where the most important action is on Conquest Large. On Kharg, I think that's especially important because there's no vehicle spawns on flags, so each flag has the same value as far as your ticket burn, so you might as well focus on the two that are very close together.
That makes sense, but what is so different about the middle points on this map? Is there anything in particular that is so noteworthy about why we should be talking about it?
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I was just gonna say D has a huge burn, so it can lead to some pretty exciting fights because if it's flashing, unlike some of the flags in the game, you don't know exactly where they're gonna be.
Yeah, I'm walking around it right now. It goes all the way around construction. It goes all the way to the north and south. It is a huge burn. Wow, it's a big burn. Now, can I burn up here in the second and third floors as well? Looks like I can. And there's a lot of areas to hide around this D point, guys. Are there any areas that you guys like to hide in at D point?
Oh, I like if I'm approaching from this side of the map, from the east side, getting behind this little shed, you've got a little bit of cover, although you are vulnerable to splash damage, obviously. But it's, you're on the burn, but there's only a couple angles that you can get hit from.
The place I tend to watch is the spawn, the D flag spawn, and that's back here behind these yellow dumpsters. They will all spawn right here. So if you're burning and you're not worried about someone coming from another flag, you're just worried about a squad spawning back that maybe you just took out. Maybe hide behind these wood piles, or these crates are not bad. Just watch that spawn until you've got it neutralized.
Yeah, a lot of spots to hide in, a lot of places just to wait for that burn to zero out, and so you can gray it out and hopefully clear them out thereafter. What about on C point? Is C point similar as well?
Much smaller burn area, but as far as covering spawns, it's pretty similar. The one thing that's a little tricky about C is you can get fired upon from this construction here to our right towards D.
Oh yeah.
If they got someone set up in there, they can shoot you from above. But you got these little stairwells that like daskro's going up in that are really nice peak spots, and you can burn while you're in here.
Well, I can. And the beach is sort of vulnerable in that it has a little bit of shrubbery and a little bit of a retaining wall, but it's pretty exposed if you're on this far side. But let's go into this. Yeah. Let's go into this sort of C construction side and C double stacks, and take a look at what we have up here. One of the things about C and D that is so kind of interesting about it is that you can get into the second, third, or even fourth floors of these set of construction buildings, and you can see a lot of D and C. And you got some wood piles for some cover. You have some walls and some windows to use to obfuscate the enemy view. This is a really important position to take up.
Yeah, you can see anyone coming from A. You can even take a look and see You know, people trickling out of B pretty well. It's not easy to get a shot on them, but you can at least let your team know where they're coming from.
Yeah, even little spots like the one I'm on now, this cable bundle thing here. I mean, it's a nasty head glitch spot. Just only the very top of your head is going to show, and you can fire right into C. Like,
oh, I see you mean. That's natural. Wow.
I like these double stacks because you have visibility of a wide range of the map, and as long as the walls aren't blown out, you can always change your angle to give yourself good cover. So you can peek, get a kill, and change your angle. You know, peek, get a kill, and I mean, you can really work this spot for quite a while if the other team's not savvy.
Yeah, and you can also cover the second and third floor of this sort of construction building too. That's good to know. Now, one thing that I want to show you guys, you know, we were talking about where the where all the cap radiuses are for C and D. If I have a suicide out, I have a spawn beacon at E point. Now, E point is one of the first points that Russian can get on their side when they're bringing their vehicles up. And you think, okay, well, it seems like a regular spot where I could simply grab it and that'd be the end of it. But if I, as an enemy, have a spawn beacon nearby, I can push this spawn beacon and spawn on it, and I can actually, if I can do this right, I may miss it. I may miss it, and I missed it. That's not good footage. Missing that shit. We're going to do a take two. Alright, take two. I'm back, and I'm flying. Hopefully I'll get it this time. I think I will. So I'm on top of the roof, but check this out, guys. I am capping E point from the roof. Now, let's take a look around. Are there any ladders or staircases that can get onto a roof? I don't see any.
I mean, it's incredibly frustrating trying to take care of guys who have a squad committed to holding the top of E. I mean, you almost need good air power to get rid of them.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not only a decent defensive position in the sense that it provides you sort of a surefire out. If they were to actually attack the point from the ground, you can always jump down the ground. But if you're attacking, you get up here, you can gray this thing out and really cause a lot of pain.
Yeah, you've got the windows on the inside that you can harass people here on this side of the interior, and then you've got a great view of everything around it, like especially the container direction and all that, and because you're on the roof, it's kind of a natural head glitch spot for people who are below you.
Oh yeah. So, those are a few things we went over on this map. Just give you guys a taste for what it takes to get an understanding of how these maps look and what their dynamics are in terms of where people spawn in, where the cap radiuses are, decent spots to sort of hold positions from. Is there anything else, Mac and Crab Medic, that you guys like to talk about on this map before we take this to a close?
This map a lot of it is air power, so you got to have a good jet. That's really key. Keep those choppers down, and if you keep the choppers down, your team's tanks stay up. So it's usually how it ends up going.
That sounds about right.
All right, well, we're going to bring this one to a close for the sake of brevity. So, Big Mac and Crab Medic, thank you for tuning in for this one, and we'll have another one on what map? Is it Caspian Border? Is that right?
Caspian Border. The third map, yeah. One of my absolute favorites.
All right, well, until next time, guys.